Let's talk about Apple's strategy for the iPad mini because something interesting is happening here. While Apple is pushing futuristic products like the Vision Pro, it's also quietly doubling down on a device people actually use every day. And that device is the iPad mini. To understand Apple's big plans for the iPad mini, we need to look at two things side by side. First, why the Vision Pro still struggles to fit into normal life. Second, how the next generation iPad mini is shaping up to be more powerful, more practical, and more expensive. This contrast explains Apple's thinking better than any press release ever could. Why Apple is rethinking what useful really means. The Vision Pro, even with the newer M5 chip and Vision OS 26, still feels like a device searching for a reason to exist. It's technically impressive, but daily use is another story. It's bulky. Traveling with it means carrying extra batteries, plus a laptop, an iPad, a phone, and headphones. That's not realistic for most people. Even at home, the experience can feel isolating. You're cut off from the real world, staring into a digital space that looks impressive but doesn't feel natural. There's also comfort. Long sessions cause eye strain and fatigue. Watching a movie on Vision Pro can leave your eyes sore in a way an iPad or TV never does. And the app ecosystem is still weak. Many apps feel like flat iPad apps floating in space, not experiences built for spatial computing. The result is simple. People stop using it. When a device sits unused for days or only comes out once a month, it doesn't justify its price. Apple sees this, and that's where the iPad mini comes in. The iPad mini's role is becoming clear. The iPad mini has always been Apple's most underrated device. It's small, light, and easy to carry, but still powerful enough to do real work. For many people, it's the perfect middle ground between an iPhone and a MacBook. Now, Apple wants to push it further. According to strong rumors, the next generation iPad mini is expected to launch in Q3 of 2026, and this won't be a minor refresh. Apple is planning upgrades that make the mini feel far more pro than ever before. That also means a higher price. The starting price is expected to jump by around 20%, landing close to $599. That's a big move for a device that used to be positioned as a compact, affordable iPad. So, what's Apple adding to justify that price? OLED display, the biggest upgrade yet. The most important upgrade is the display. Apple is expected to bring OLED to the iPad mini. This is huge. OLED allows individual pixels to turn off completely, which means deeper blacks, higher contrast, and better overall image quality compared to LCD. For reading, watching movies, browsing, or editing photos, the difference is noticeable. Text looks cleaner, dark scenes look truly dark, colors feel more natural. OLED also helps with power efficiency, especially when displaying darker content. For a small mobile device like the Mini, that matters. This move also shows Apple's long-term plan. OLED is slowly spreading across Apple's entire lineup. The iPad Mini is next in line. Water resistance, a first for iPads. Another big change is water resistance. Right now, no iPad has an official water resistance rating. That's surprising, especially when you consider how people actually use tablets. The iPad mini is the most portable iPad. People take it to the kitchen, the couch, and yes, the bathroom. Competitors like Amazon's Kindle already lean into this with water-resistant designs. Adding water resistance makes the iPad mini more durable and more stress-free to use. You stop worrying about splashes, steam, or accidents. For a device meant to go everywhere, this makes perfect sense. A new speaker system built into the display. Apple is experimenting with a new speaker system that uses vibrations through the front of the display to create sound. Instead of traditional speaker openings, the screen itself produces audio. This has two major benefits. First, it helps with waterproofing. Fewer openings means fewer places for water to get in. Second, it frees up internal space. That space can be used for battery, cooling, or a thinner design. The current iPad mini has tool speakers. This new system could sound different, maybe even better, while also supporting Apple's design goals. The iPad mini is likely being used as a test bed for this technology before it reaches other devices. A19 Pro chip. Small device, serious power. Performance is another key upgrade. The next iPad mini is expected to use the A19 Pro chip, similar to what Apple plans for the iPhone Air, but with one less GPU core. Even with that small reduction, this is a major jump in power. It will easily handle multitasking in iPad OS, including multiple windows and more demanding apps. This matters because Apple keeps pushing iPad OS closer to a desktop experience. Without strong performance, that vision falls apart. The A19 Pro ensures the Mini can keep up. Design tweaks that actually matter. While specific design leaks are limited, the new display and speaker system suggest a meaningful redesign. Expect a slightly thinner body, possibly lighter too. There's also hope for better color options. Right now, most iPads live in the world of gray, silver, and space gray. A more playful palette would suit the Mini's personality. One of the most requested features is a nano-textured display option. This matte finish reduces reflections and eye strain. It would make the iPad mini far better for reading and long sessions, and could even replace an e-reader for many people. The awkward question, is the iPad lineup getting too messy? But Apple seems okay with that. The strategy looks less about clear categories and more about matching devices to lifestyles. The Vision Pro is ambitious but niche. The iPad mini is practical, personal, and used daily, and right now, usefulness matters more than spectacle. Apple's big plan for the iPad mini is simple but smart. Make it better, make it more durable, make it powerful enough to last for years, and charge more for it. While flashy devices struggle to find their place, the iPad mini is quietly becoming one of Apple's most important products. It fits into real life in a way few devices do. And that might be Apple's most valuable insight.